How's it going, English 108? This is just a really quick video to get you squared away for week number 2. In week number 2, we're really going to focus on a couple of things in particular. The first thing that I really need us to wrap our minds around is the difference between editing and revision. Editing to me is when you go into a document with a scalpel. It's usually one of the last things that you do. It's really the process of getting all your I's dotted and T's crossed. It's really a local sort of series of concerns that you're dealing with when you're editing. Revision, on the other hand, is something that happens a little bit earlier in the writing process, and if you look at the word revision, it literally means to re-see. And that's what I hope that you do in revision. The most successful writers that I know are simply the most diligent and most significant revisers of their work. So what I'm going to do is offer you some feedback on your resume. And I'm also going to give you a methodology for thinking about document design and page layout called CRAP, which stands for Contrast, Repetition, Alignment, and Proximity. And my hope is that using the information that I'm providing you, some of the insights from the book, that you'll really re-see your resume and really start to ask critical questions about the way that it needs to be set up. Novice writers who typically aren't as successful, tend to be the ones that focus on the small things instead of the big things. The analogy that I use is you wouldn't put new windshield wipers on a broken windshield, right? So what is the point of going in and fixing up and making sentences that are really pretty that eventually may be taken completely out of the paper? So that's the first thing. The second thing that we really need to do is really wrap our minds around what a good cover letter is. And cover letters are really important because they're sort of a lens through which your reader can understand your resume. And I've posted a document on Blackboard that really walks you through some of the key tips for writing really good cover letters. I can boil it down into a few words. Show, don't tell. Show me what makes you an exceptional candidate. Don't tell me. I want to see evidence of it. Really, a cover letter is a series of claims that you're making about yourself, and we all know from English classes in the past that claims require evidence. So I really want to see evidence in those cover letters. The final thing that we're going to do is we're really going to start to move towards a whole different type of writing that really is more technical, and that is a technical description. Now, what's interesting about this is that I need you to practice using really descriptive and precise and specific language, and we're going to do that in two ways effectively. You are going to pick a product, an object, a tool, a piece of equipment, and you're going to write two documents that are very similar in some ways but also very different. One is a sales flyer where you will talk about the compelling and useful specifications for a product, and then the other one is a review, right? So one is informative and is written with the purpose of selling something, and the other one is a little bit more evaluative and is focused on reviewing. So this is where we really get to start to play around with our presentation of information and how that impacts the purpose of a piece of writing. So that's what we're up to in week 2. Pretty soon I'll be posting a video that I'm making about contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity, which is a really powerful and fairly unforgettable, since it's called CRAP, tool for laying out documents. So I hope you take a close look at that and think about the ways those lessons will apply to your resume. Have a tremendous Memorial Day weekend, and please call or email me if you need anything. Thanks a lot.